Hi, everyone. We have with us today Alisa DiLorenzo with One Extraordinary Marriage, and I'm so excited. She's going to be speaking at the Sexy Mama's Day Out Back to School event on September 30th. So, without further ado, Alisa, introduce yourself and tell us more about who you are and what you do.
Well, welcome everyone. Lucy, I'm so excited for that back to school day out because I think it's just a great opportunity for women like myself, like you, to just connect with other women and to be talking about those topics that maybe we wouldn't necessarily talk about. My husband and I have our business, and we've had it One Extraordinary Marriage for the last 7.5, 8 years now. And we have the Top Marriage Podcast on iTunes, which means that we're reaching a worldwide audience, changing people's lives and changing the way they think about how they do marriage.
Nice. I love it. And I have been personally impacted by what you two are doing. So I believe in you 100%. Now, what would you say your vision is for this business?
Well, our vision, and we got really clear on this a couple of years ago, is that we know we're on a mission to impact 1 million marriages around the world. We also know that we don't know which marriage that is. So we get up every morning and say, okay, whose marriage are we going to change today? And that's what drives us, because you may be marriage number 256,927 or marriage 753,202. Wherever you are, we're going to give you the same high level of impact and content to make your marriage transform today.
That's amazing. So at what point did you realize that this was what you wanted to create?
It really came from when we started the podcast 7.5 years ago. It was really just kind of a hobby. Like, we're like, oh, well, we'll get behind the microphones and maybe someone will listen to us. That was actually my idea. Tony was convinced people would listen to us. But as we started to hear from other people and they started to say, okay, we want the marriage like you and Tony have, that's when we knew that we had to take it a step further and say, okay, how do we equip couples around the world with whatever they're facing with the same tools and strategies that we've used to transform our marriage of almost 21 years.
Wow, that's amazing. So how has creating this movement and One Extraordinary Marriage personally impacted you?
Oh my goodness. Well, that one marriage that we talk about waking up and we're working on every day, we didn't realize that the first marriage that had to be super healthy and super strong was the one that we were in. And so the impact for us has been that over the last 7.5 years, our marriage has been in the forefront of all of our relationships. It's our primary relationship with and for each other, and then everything else that we do trickles out from that. And so we are continuously working on keeping our marriage healthy so that we can pour into the marriages that we work with.
That's amazing. Oh, and I've loved following your journey and also how vulnerable and open you both are in your podcast, because that is really the learning opportunity for all of us to see you living it out. Which actually brings me to my next question. What has been your biggest learning experience so far?
Wow, within the business or in life or?
Yeah, through the business, throughout that process.
The biggest learning experience, I think, for me has been really understanding how to equip couples with the strategies that they need, right? Because there's no cookie cutter approach. And so whether it's on the podcast or in the books that we write or the one-on-one coaching that I do, it's taking that and saying, okay, how can I tailor fit this? How can I customize this to the person that's on the screen in front of me, that's standing in front of me, that's listening to my words, and make sure that they feel as touched today by the words that are being shared as somebody did, 7 years ago.
Yeah, that's amazing. I can tell that you're very present too whenever you're speaking, and I can imagine how much your clients are benefiting from what you're doing, and as a listener, I benefit so much. So what are you the most excited about today?
Oh, today, most excited about the growth and momentum that is happening through One Extraordinary Marriage. I mean, we're getting, weekly we get emails from all over the world. We'll get emails from Singapore, from Japan, or from, South Africa, people that are saying, you know what, I found you and this is what's happening to my marriage. And it's an absolute privilege that people allow us into their lives, and it's not something that we take lightly. And so as we're building out new programs, we're working on an upcoming in-person marriage intensive. We're working on a Physician of the Month Club getaway for next year. We've got some really big things that are in the works here for the next 12 to 18 months that we're super excited to just be able to expand the impact and really to see more marriages changed.
That's amazing. I can't wait to hear more about the Physician of the Month retreat. What?
There are a few people that are excited to hear about that one. Yeah.
That's going to be really exciting. So where can people go to find out more about One Extraordinary Marriage and connect with you?
The best place is to go to our website. It's oneextraordinarymarriage.com. That is the hub for everything that we do. You'll find all the podcast episodes. As of this recording, there are 385 shows that we've done. You'll find all of the books, all of the resources. Everything is there at oneextraordinarymarriage.com.
That's amazing. Wow. You guys need to check it out. And if you can make it to the events on September 30th here in San Diego, you don't want to miss out on hearing Alisa speak, because this woman is powerful and she has some real nuggets of wisdom to share with us.
Can't wait.
Yes. All right. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for hopping on and talking with me and sharing your gift.
You're welcome.
The gift of you with our audience.
So excited, ladies, and this is going to be an event. I've heard bits and pieces from Lucy about what's coming, and from the top of the day to the end of the day, you're just going to be blessed by everything that she is pouring into this day. So get your tickets, make sure you're there.
Thank you. Thank you so much, and I'll be seeing you soon.
Definitely.